Brought to you by Old National Bank.
Good morning and welcome back to AM Evansville. I'm Dan Gardner. Again, I'm here with Michelle Kirk with Sycamore Services. Michelle, in the last couple months, you've recently added some type of interpretation service for deaf and hard of hearing. What is that service?
Yes, over the summer, we began serving the deaf and hard of hearing by providing sign language interpreters. We also provide increasing independence program, which is you come into our office, you need something interpreted like a letter, or you're having, it's kind of a one-time crisis intervention program. If you're having a problem with your job or just anything that you're having difficulty with, come in the office, we'll provide an interpreter, and we'll work through that problem. We also provide job coaching services as well to the deaf and hard of hearing.
Now, with that service in a job environment or a work environment, does the employer need to provide an interpreter to start that program?
Well, it depends. If the person is going through vocational rehabilitation, then until that job is secured and VR has faded out, then VR pays for the interpreter. But once that the case is closed, then it is up to the interpreter or up to the employer to provide an interpreter if there's a mandatory meeting or anytime there's a one-on-one discussion, but not necessarily every day, just for the ongoing daily routine of that job. If the person's comfortable with that job and the case is already closed with VR, that means they are going to be successful independently and just need to make sure that they're understanding any meetings or any time a supervisor needs to intervene. Then the employer, if they have less than 15 employees, it's not required by the Adults or Americans with Disabilities Act, but if they do have 15 or more employees, then they are required to provide an interpreter.
Is there a need for interpreters here in this market?
Huge. I'm glad you asked. We have really expanded our search to Vincennes University in Indianapolis because there is a shortage in this area and we're having to turn down jobs and reschedule things for people. We don't want that. We don't want to have to do that. If someone calls us with the need for an interpreter, we want to be able to just say, sure, we'll send them over whenever the appointment is or whatever the person needs to do. And lately we've had to do a lot of rescheduling, and it's difficult for that person because they have things that they need to do as well.
Now, how does someone contact Sycamore Services? Our
phone number is 421-0847. We also have a TTY for the deaf and hard of hearing, and that number is 425-1303.
Again, thank you for being on today.
Thank you for having me.
Stay with us. More news and weather after the break.